I touched on the fact that you don't do emotion that much, like, you know, pure, like, emotional kind of music. Lonely Rules is an exception. There's definitely a thread of emotion going on there. So I want to bring you back to a really obvious question for like essentially a singer-songwriter. So is there a song that what song comes to mind? Is there a song in your life that has brought a tear to your eye? It's that emotional that's brought a tear to your eye.
Yes. You already know the answer. Guided by Voices, Everybody Thinks I'm a Rain Cloud.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what is it about that song? Break it down.
Everything about it, top to bottom. The chords, the structure, the lyrics, just kind of like, that's like brings the hair up on your arms, kind of a song. Up on your arms.
When you listen to it, because I've got some similar ones, right? What moment in the song, if you think you're like emotional, I'm jerking. What's the moment of completion? Emotional completion, where you're like, you hit that point in the song, it's like, oh man, that's incredible.
Oh, the chorus.
That was horrible graphic. People had to see me do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Welcome. So
I'm
what's
glad you didn't do like you're pulling carrots out of the ground, at least, you know.
Plucking chickens.
Yeah.
Scooping ice cream. You'll never see it the same way again.
I'm just making it out. Yeah.
So yeah, what's the point in the song where it's like, yeah, that's it. It gets there, you know, like.
It's the chorus for me, yeah.
Yeah. Which is not obviously how it's made.
Because it goes up and up and up and up, and then it just hits you, and you're like, "Fuck, guy's a genius," you know.
So I got two songs, and one of them, because I was thinking I'm gonna have to have if I'm gonna ask you this question, I'm gonna have to go there myself, right? It's unfair to ask you and not go there myself. So for me, there's one, and it's very obvious, very, very obvious. And I listened to it the other day because I heard a podcast with the guitarist of this band and Rick Rubin talking, which was just amazing. So of course I dove into their back catalogue. Pride in the Name of Love by U2.
Oh.
Like I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever seen that. There's a classic albums about Unforgettable Fire, and they record in Slane Castle in Ireland. And so Bono's singing Pride in the Name of Love. I'm pretty sure it's that song. It might be something different. I might be remembering it wrong. But so he's singing and doing a vocal take, and he's like, because he's young back then, he's no one detests him yet. Like it's like pure Bono. No one hates the guy. And he's just pouring this song out, and it stops. And in true Irish humor, I'm going to try and do a terrible Irish accent here. It's like it stops, and I think the drummer's like, "So Bono, can you do it again with a bit of emotion?" And it's funny because he's literally like, his entire heart is like just out of his chest. For me, that song, like when he goes there in that chorus, and it's not just the chorus. I believe it's "Shot Rings Out in the Memphis Sky." He's talking about the assassination of Martin Luther King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he sings "Shot Rings Out in the Memphis Sky," I just got goosebumps. Like when he sings "Shot Rings Out Monday morning, April 4th, shot rings out in the Memphis sky." It's like when he goes "Sky," it's like, oh man, that's amazing. Everyone now know that I love early U2. There's one other one though, and it's for a totally different reason, and it's by The Cure, which is a band that we both love. So their song "From the Edge of the Deep Green Sea."
Is that on Disintegration?
It's off Wish.
Okay.
But he sings. There's like a bridge bit, and he goes, "I wish I could just stop." And when he sings, "I wish I could just stop," the rest of the song, it's like it's an odd emotion and it's cool. But when he sings this, "I wish I could just stop, I know another moment would break my heart," it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So do you think, to tie this all together to my point, do you think feeling music, like the way we just talked about those songs, right? Do you think that feeling music on a certain level becomes more intense for some people than others? And do you think being a part of that group makes you more inclined to be a musician?
I don't know. But I do know this. So I'm going to try to answer that. I do know that instead of taking my anger out in ways that other people take their anger out, whether it be like physical sport, whether it be, hitting a punching bag.
Yeah.
Guitar, I hit the guitar and I get it out. And I take that frustration, I take that anger out on music in a very constructive way. And it's such a release.
See, now's the time for the punchline. So the knives to both sides of you would tell a different story about how you take that anger out.
No, so we have these magnet things here that I keep the knives up.
Oh no, that's not a weird thing. Yeah. It's just there are a lot of knives by anyone's count.